My name's Ken Saunders. I'm the descendant of the Gunditjmara peoples. I don't know whether you ever heard about the Umarella War. This is where it started, the convincing ground. It went for 22 years. It's a long time for a war between black and white peoples. When the settlers then started settling down and they had their sheep, Aboriginal people were hungry, so therefore they went out and grabbed a couple of bloody sheep. For that there was at least 10 or 20 massacres in retaliation, and they just slaughtered. What they slaughtered also the men, but the old men, the women and the children, and systematically went through each property to eradicate Aboriginal people. There's one particular property up near Casterton where they go to church on Sunday, please God forgive me for I've sinned. They'd go and have a big feast, and then they taught the young people, we're going hunting. And the hunting was not for kangaroos or emu or bush tucker. It was particular for blackfellas. You go to church on a Sunday at any given time and you'll see 5 or 10 people. So the churches haven't done what they were supposed to do. They didn't give that spiritual guidance. The Aboriginal people were turned back to missions, and they were good people. It made sure there were missions there for the care of Aboriginal people. So there was good things that happened again. The Aboriginal people at that particular time were told they can't speak their own language, they can't do their own dance, and they had to dress up because it was rude and cruel to walk around naked. They embraced the church. At the back of our minds, there's still the hurt that comes up. Talking about these things in this particular place brings back some things that happened when I was a boy, growing up at Lake Condomission, not having any other benefits that my dad and mum could give me. Even though they tried very, very hard until their death. Tried very, 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 very hard. At schools, we struck racism when I was a boy. Teachers were bloody cruel, and I used to watch the white kids come to school and they'd be dressed up nice and neat, their uniforms, and I wondered why I was dressed the way I was. Had their lunch boxes and we had nothing. So it was a bit of a struggle. And it also was an embarrassment, and I still think about it. So the memory starts coming back. You're thinking, well, what the hell are we doing? Are we doing the right thing by embracing every other living soul in Australia or in this region? Or do we still stand on our own and say, well, I don't want to be there. I don't want to talk to whitefellas, and carry that anger until they bury me. We're not going to win the whole race war. There's no way in the world, not these days. But if a generation of non-Indigenous peoples can stand there and speak and be allowed to speak without being ridiculed, we will have a chance. We'll have a good chance. The young people of today, they're brilliant. They want to learn. They want to know the true history.